Welcome to Let's Brick It Out, where I take you through the tips, tricks, and techniques that go into my custom builds. So as you can see behind me, I've got 3 identical sets that I've created of one of my custom creations. It's the V8 Interceptor, inspired by the Mad Max films. And I'm going to take you through a little bit of something that's different rather than the building techniques that go into a Lego model. I want to look into the product design that goes into a set experience. So I'm a user experience designer. I work for a cybersecurity company and I design experiences for software. But my background is I do have a degree in industrial design, and I wanted to use my techniques for graphic design, industrial design, and product design to try to create the ultimate unboxing and set experience for some of my friends. So what I've done is I've created 3 identical copies of the same set, and you can see them behind me. So I've got the V8 Interceptor here in 3 identical kits, and I'm going to ship 2 of them out. I'm going to keep one for myself so I can take it to a show and try to, explore it or show it off. But 2 of these are going to be gifts. One's going to go to Iceberg Bricks, that's Mel Brown, and the other is Tricky Bricks, that's Richard and Flynn. They're 2 YouTubers who I've gotten to know and have had a really fun time and enjoy their channels quite a bit. So this is going to be a surprise for them. I'm going to hold off on publishing this video until they've had a chance to open it and go through the experience I'm about to show you. But this video is going to be an exploration of my process and my design process and thought about trying to create what I would want to see in the ultimate Lego set experience. So what I'm going to do is pull down these boxes and start to take you through what went into and what's going to happen as you go through the unboxing of the set that I've created. So the first thing I want to show you is I've used wrapping paper or paper and wrapped the set in what's called a origami style. So origami is Japanese paper folding. I got into it for a little while and I thought it would be really cool if I used some of my paper folding abilities or techniques to create the first part of the experience, which is creating what's called a kimono style wrapping paper experience. This is something that is going to be unique, one time only pretty much for the experience, something that can only happen once. And if I turn around, you can see there's various overlapping folds that go into it. I've kept the folds very clean. The band going around the side has all been tucked in. I'm using double-sided tape in only a few places. Other than that, the folds themselves hold the package together. And I've also got a customized note to the person that I'm sending it to start part of the introduction to what they're about to go through. So I'm going to dig in and get to the downward facing camera and unwrap this and show you guys what goes into this first part of the experience. So here I have the wrapped box. The first thing of note is hopefully someone will notice that there is a letter inside. It says, "Get ready to be delighted." I thought that was a good starting point. And if you pull out the letter inside, I've used a high-end pressed resume paper along with a custom letterhead Moto. I like using a fountain pen just to give it that extra touch of quality. I did have to learn lettering when I was in art school. My lettering isn't great, but it's serviceable. So a custom handwritten note, that personal touch, and a little bit of a secret I won't reveal is tucked inside there. I'm going to go ahead and just fold that back up and set that aside. But this personal experience really tells someone what they can expect, kind of the time and attention that went into this, and it gets tucked in there. So I'll take that out. I'm going to set it aside here. And then once again, this is an origami type of fold. It was surprising to me how difficult it is to fold origami, do origami folds when the paper is this large. I thought that the larger the paper is, it would get easier, but it certainly did not. You can see that that's double-sided taped. Just going to gently remove that, move this over, and set that aside. Now someone could easily tear this apart, and that's quite all right. What I want to show is I use a double-sided tape on the bottom. So to unfold this very gently, I'm going to go ahead and try to get that double-sided tape to peel apart. And there it is. And if I turn this over, I can start the unwrapping process. And I'm trying to preserve this fold, this template, or this paper, because when you do origami, you get a fold pattern. And because I have to do this multiple times, I'm going to do my best to not tear this so I can use the fold pattern template on the other stuff. I had a little catch there. As you can see, it unfolds to reveal the set inside. And that is a lot of paper. In fact, it's so large it's going outside the camera bounds. But there you are. It's upside down to you. So if I turn this around, there's the reveal of the box. Let me get this paper out of the way and then we can continue the journey. So now that I've unwrapped the box, this is the big reveal. This is something that is going to be permanent, or something that is the hallmark of the set. I put a lot of time into designing a box for my custom build, almost as if it was a Lego set, but I wanted to elevate what goes into a set and try to make it the ultimate unboxing experience. So I'll explain what I mean by that. I want that sense of awe or childlike wonder or memories of getting that one toy and finally seeing that piece of box-like artwork that would go into a reveal. So I've got some great photographs that I spent a lot of time lighting and shooting. I can go into the techniques that go into photography at this scale, but I wanted to point out that this is a completely black brick model, and black brick is really tough to photograph. The key to any successful lighting of a black model is to make sure you have a lot of reflective highlights across the model that will pull out the brick detail and give those shines and highlights to what normally would get lost. So I took a series of really beautifully lit photographs, really paying attention to the lighting. I've got the typography down here with the black outline and white fill, my logo instead of a Lego Corporation, Lego Group logo, as well as some of the details. And this is the second set of instructions I've ever created. So it's going to be Moto 002. I don't do them very often. Maybe once a year I'll sit down and have a model where I can create instructions that someone could follow and go through. Some of my stuff is so complicated, the software just wouldn't be able to handle putting together instructions in a good way where someone could follow it or recreate it. But as for the box, it follows the pattern of what you expect to see from Lego. It's got the bold hero treatment on the front. It has different views on the bottom. I tried to use kind of the least successful photograph, which is a little bit of a peek through the door into the interior. On one side, I've got a preview of all the interior detail that you'll find inside if you make it. I've got a beautiful highlight shot of the reverse side, just another view of the driver in there, and then the character shot, which tends to show up on the box. So I've got the Technic figure and the Belleville dog all in there as well. And what you'd expect from the bottom side of the box is a composite view of all the other shots, along with the reverse angle shot of the rear section of the model, where you can see the fuel tanks, the spare tire, the gas cans all tucked into place, kind of highlighting this section you couldn't see from the hero graphic. Now, what was really important to me was to elevate the box opening from your standard Lego set, where you just cut a tab or push tab or cut some tape and you just dump a bunch of pieces out. So what I have done is taken a hit from the product design and thought and execution that goes into a high-end pair of sneakers that you could buy. So if you're a sneakerhead, I was definitely inspired by that and tried to take an unboxing to the next level. So what I did is I've used spray adhesive, custom created these boxes from clean cardboard, reuse, recycle kind of idea, and used photo mount spray adhesive to jacket this. But what's key is this is essentially a shoebox style, and the tolerances are so tight that friction opens and closes. But as you open it and do a reveal, there is my logo, typeface, and design typography built into the bottom half of the box experience. So the first thing you'll notice is I revealed my logo. Always got to promote your brand. Got the little touch highlight there. This is some of the space and proportion and typography that goes into graphic design. Speaking to that experience, that this is not one of a kind, but a very unique experience. There's only going to be 3 of these probably ever made, and 2 of them will be, once again, the giveaway. I'll retain another set, and as you open it up, it's going to reveal a set of inserts, once again using my branding for black and red. The black inserts here are now holding a box. The box is held down not with tape, but with a ribbon. So the idea is to have an experience that could be reused over and over again. If I pull this out, this red box, I had to custom cut and create this box. I had to shorten it by a 1/2 inch on this side. This is a high-end laptop case that developer laptops that come in. Really, really great stuff, but because I had to cut it and retape it, I once again had used spray adhesive and very carefully tuck and cut and jacket this without creases. So the red box is going to have the manual, which I'll get into, and then there's going to be 2 additional boxes in black. These are going to be a little tough to get out without removing the insert. So there we go. I'm going to remove one insert there. And as you can see, there are these boxes, which inside have all of the sorted elements by type in individual plastic bags. So it's going to come pre-greebled for someone to be able to pull out each of the elements, set them in containers, do what they need to do to build the final model. So let me get the downward facing camera again and show you guys the unboxing of the manual experience. So here's the box, and I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, listen to that air. It's such a precise fit that you can feel the air swooshing into as you open it up. And there's the interior. There's the first box, second box, and the third is below it. I'm going to concentrate on just the unboxing of the manual. I don't think it's important to see a bunch of pieces sort of carefully laid in there for these. And all the ribbons are the same. So the last part of the unboxing is getting into these boxes that can be used to store and keep everything safe. Once you've done the assembly of the model, you can loosely break it apart into chunks, place them back into the boxes, can be used as storage. Nice jacketed, not too many wrinkles or bubbles. I was very careful to cut and make sure all of the wrapping I did was nice and tidy and tabbed. And this is just a standard bow. So if I go ahead, I can pull it, go ahead and open it. And on the reverse side, there's the loop. I'll go ahead and tie that back together later. And I'm using my stickers just as a branding effort. Yeah, and you can maybe see a little bit of pencil mark where I was measuring to get the sticker on there centered and nice and level. Once inside, you have a nice little foam backing. You know, the box is really well constructed, so I'm using really high-end boxes here, and there's the manual. So yeah, a nice printed manual. It is spiral bound. It has a clear plastic insert. The backing is, you know, a black paper insert to keep the pages protected. And then I won't go through all the steps, but if I do open this up and the spiral binding is not behaving, why is that? You get a second hero graphic and then some quotes from the films in there, an introduction to what you can expect as far as the quality of the build, some of the features called out: the supercharged V8, wonky steering, spare tire, fuel tanks, gas cans, insignia, and a secret feature that I'm going to bypass fairly quickly. All of the interior details of what you can expect to see in this model, and then the first few steps of how to assemble a Technic figure before you get into the manual. And from there, it's pretty much a set of steps with red outlines guiding you through the build as it would progress, so on and so forth, until you get way down into step 916, 917, showing you how to open and close the doors, make some inserts, and a little bit of the last minute trick that's going to go into that build. And then the finale is, of course, some more hero shots of the completed model. So overall, hopefully the unboxing and getting the pieces to even start is its own beautiful experience, and I'm hoping that the boxes themselves are a piece of art that these people will enjoy and really carefully love. That's all. So that's it. That is my first video for Let's Brick It Out. It may not be published as the first video, but shooting wise, this is my first video. I just need to create the shipping containers to get these things out the door, finish up all the origami, clean up all the destruction I caused while filming this, get them out there, have Tricky Bricks and Iceberg Bricks go through their unboxing experiences so I don't spoil it for them by publishing this video, and then getting it out there. So if you enjoy what I've started here, as always, you can drop a comment, leave your ideas, leave some suggestions, see where this goes. But if you've made it to the end, thank you so much. I hope you have a great and wonderful day.